I'd like to walk around and share what's been happening in the chicken yard, how those little lovely new babies over there are doing, and the like. But first, a side note. We have been in full-on shipping mode the last week or two, now that it's finally gotten to be cool enough. So a lot of you have ordered plants from us, and I'm going to do a much more thorough update where we show this whole process of how we heal in nursery stock, how we do our wrapping, share some notes on how we encourage folks to plant in the fall. But just for those of you that are interested in knowing why it is that we've had less videos coming out, so for those of you that are waiting for your order, know that we are working as fast as we can. You can always reach out and check in with us. So the chicken yard, let's go back to there for a little view. It's a little bit of a mess. I did not clean up before making this video. Got a little bit of time before we get into processing more orders, and I thought it'd be good just to make some notes for myself as well. We're switching out the water tank. We had a much larger metal tank that we were using this summer, so we're going to use a smaller one. I'll flip that over in a bit and fill it with rainwater. So we've got community watering for our hens. I'm going to do a much more detailed video starting to clear the deck. This was all compost rings throughout the summer. It grew some nice crops for the hens. Been emptying those out and consolidating the rings out to the back, out of the way for the fall and winter, and getting this area cleared out in anticipation of leaf bag season. We've got around 30 folding crates of stored seed, nursery seed, that I need to store for the winter, and we're going to get this graded out, lay those crates on the ground, and then bury them in leaves to keep them insulated, so it'll be a place to store nursery related infrastructure and let the hens play on top. More notes to follow, to be sure. Our same basic pattern has been continual here for a while. Our bulk community black walnut processing party resulted in this huge amount of husks in here, which we've been adding soaked grain over the last 2 weeks, week or two, mixing in wood chips to get some carbon into there, and it's turning into some really nice soil. It's real mixed here, lots of weeds, and it just keeps getting darker and darker and darker. Did some fall pruning on thornless blackberry canes. That's what you're seeing there. And then it's already transitioning into nicer compost in here. I'll dig into that in a moment and show you the worms. I don't want to disturb them too much. It's a cool morning, but those are our new little lady friends. The 12 chicks that we introduced in a video a ways back. I will link to that here, and let me zoom in from a distance. All 12 are still with us. They're thriving. They're getting almost as big as their moms. We had a minor tragedy yesterday. That's one of the moms right there, that black hen. And there was a dog from across the street. They were outside of the fence having a nice fun time, and the dog bit her pretty hard. She seems okay. We're gonna see if we can get some arnica for her to help her heal, but so far she's just resting and moving slowly. You can see her limping there. But that was a lesson for us. For a little while, the hens, the babies and the moms were straying outside, and we were loving watching them play in our neighbor's yard and forage out there, but it's just a little too feral and wild of a world, and it feels very lucky that she's with us, and hopefully she'll be able to stay. But those two moms right there have been absolute heroes and wonders. They've kept these little ladies thriving and comfortable, and other moms have stepped in. I guess aunts have stepped in and been helpful too. Aunts and grandmas. It's a nice community raising these little new ladies, and they're thriving. The winter run, which is this high tunnel, mainly has been a nice spot for the oldest of the hens just to hang out during the summer months out of the rain. This is also where we were storing our hay for our deep litter method in the coop, and we've used up most of that hay. We've got a little bit of one bale left, and we're trying to finalize this space so that this can become the composting system again, kind of clearing it out, clearing the deck, and trying to take a note from the fact that the hens really enjoy this sort of context, and make sure either we preserve something like this, a sheltered, warm, comfortable, dry space for them for the day, or create a new one. But this will be coming online again, although we've had some freezing. It's getting mild again, so there's no rush on that. Nothing's going to freeze too hard just yet. Our 3-bay compost system that we worked with this summer, talked about that in another video. It's been working pretty nicely. We're kind of in the home stretch of having this compost be mellow enough to go out as a coarse mulch. We'll probably use this as a very nutritive mulch for the garlic we plant this late fall. And I think I may take this apart for the winter so we have more room to store more leaf bags and go for like a bulk nursery seed storage over there and bulk carbon storage here, and the active composting flow and system in here. So we just kind of rearrange parts of the system as different seasons push and pull. And again, a nice reminder that if you're thinking about developing a system like this, you truly do not have to have an immaculate and perfect design right out of the gate. It always adjusts in our system, and we always are erasing poor decisions and trying out new hopeful decisions. I'll make a video in much greater detail pretty soon, but we've been trying to understand how to work with red wigglers. As many hens as we have in this system, I think we've kind of worked out some systems to be able to have pretty reliably large populations of red wigglers, and I want to share how we've been doing that. This is kind of the scene in almost all of the chicken yard right now. I didn't stage that. In fact, I was a little worried they wouldn't be in this part. So if that's of interest to you, we've inoculated red wigglers in a few spots in this yard, and with certain management techniques, even with this many hens, it feels like we can provide them those red wigglers almost unendingly, and be able to preserve those populations so we can get worm castings as well. So stay tuned. We'll try to eke out a little bit of time to do that. And thank you for watching, and we'll make some more videos soon. Take care.